Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. There's a story I saw on the internet, TikTok to be precise. When I saw it, I said, no, I've had to go look for this whole story. Let me even show you what I saw that made me go look for this story. Let me play for you guys so that you guys will hear.
Approximately 5 months after I admitted to my wife that I had had an affair with another man and that I am gay, the time for the birth of our daughter was finally here.
Oh, this is why I like white people tea. They get straight to the like Tyler Perry would have made this into like 3 movies, and he said so much in 7 seconds, and there's like that wasn't even the most surprising part.
The man with whom I had had the affair, Matt, who is also an OBGYN, was set to perform the delivery, all at my wife's request.
I'm trying to figure out the logic. Why the wife got to be cheating, or the wife? This is the wife's version. Like, oh, he can see your stuff, he gonna see my stuff too. Like, I don't know. Like, he got more to say though.
I'll agree.
Whoa, guys! So this is the one I saw, and I was like, no, 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 no. When I searched, I was going through the comment. Would they mention his name? The first time I saw when I went, the account was private. I kept searching. I found the original story. Let me take you. Let me take you guys on this journey. Let's go.
I met her at one of her high school football games.
Let's start it from afresh so that as I will just is it like his whole page is him sharing his story. So this is not like somebody else's story. This is what happened to this man. At the point, I think I've not listened to it too, but I just went through the page. I even saw the man he did the affair with. It's even another man. Things are happening in this life. But let's start it from the beginning.
I met her at one of her high school football games in the fall of 1992. I still remember what she was wearing as she walked down the bleachers. She was 15 and I was 17. I had left high school early in the Midwest and was in search of friends my age when I moved to Boone, North Carolina. My parents were divorcing, and this move was a fresh start on a variety of fronts. Meeting her was yet another check in the boxes of life. I had always dated girls, was liked by their parents, and had avoided the physical aspect of any relationship with a female. With her, it was different. We dated for 6 years before I asked her to marry me. We married on August 29, 1998, in front of approximately 250 friends and family. Shortly after we married, I found myself increasingly curious about men. This is saying a lot for me because I had had a few same-sex experiences in high school and felt I was gay or different than my male friends since I was about 6 years old. Nonetheless, I managed to suppress the desire to act on my feelings when we were married.
Hold on, guys. What concerns a 6-year-old with sex? 6-year-olds. I know that children at times can play around, but from 6-year-old, he was already experimenting. Something must have happened, and I'll say this with my full chest. Most of the times, these people that come and say, "Oh, they were born gay," something happened in their childhood that made them that configure their senses like that. If only he can tell us what happened in his life. Maybe it's even the trauma from the parents, for the parents to divorce. Maybe something must have been going on. I know a lot of you will come and attack because I know that all of you watching, most of you watching me are from the West, and I'll still say it. Most of the people that have come out to say, "Oh, they were born gay," by the time they tell you that story, you now see that it's trauma response. Something happened in their life that made them start thinking, "Oh, I was born that." Nobody is born gay, whether I like it or not. Nobody is born that way. Nah.
At least at first. In late 2002, I decided to leave the district attorney's office when the DA announced he wouldn't run for re-election. I was soon thereafter recruited by a former intern to join her husband's medical practice and assist with policy, procedure, and people. I remember her telling me that a new doctor would be joining the practice who she thought I would just love. Little did I know how true that would be. Matt started at the practice in October 2002 while I finished my tenure in the DA's office before I was full-time at the practice in January 2003. My wife and I quickly became couple friends with Matt and his ex-wife. I had never had many male friends, but something was different with Matt. He wasn't like the other male friends I had. The 4 of us spent time together and even traveled together. In May 2003, Matt and I attended an office retreat in Holden Beach, North Carolina. As the only males other than the owner, we shared a room with 2 double beds. The first night, May 23rd, 2003, Matt and I went to bed and talked for about 3 hours. We talked about a lot. While I can't tell you specifically what we talked about, it was a conversation unlike any I had ever had. I knew he was interested in men. I really didn't know what that meant, other than I wanted to act on the connection we had formed over the months. That night, we had our first sexual experience together. The next morning, we talked about what had happened, and Matt made it clear that it couldn't happen again. I felt devastated and wondered if it was me. Nothing happened that night, but our last night together, there were fireworks. We were separated for a week while Matt was immediately out of town, and I was miserable. I thought of him constantly and knew that only he fully knew the real me. What if he told someone? What would I do? After he returned home, we met after work to talk through all that was occurring. That was June 6, 2003. As we parted ways, he said, "The only thing that would make this more difficult is if one of our wives got pregnant." When I arrived home that evening, she was on the couch crying and quickly revealed that she was pregnant. The next 3 months were a blur. Matt and I ate lunch together at his house every day. We frequently were together with our wives, including on trips. Matt and I even went camping together in the Smoky Mountains. I was hooked. I felt a closeness with Matt that I had never felt. I could fully be myself. I still remember the feeling of our first kiss on July 4, 2003. Despite the elation, there was stress and massive internal conflict. I would leave work during the day to cry and to try to focus. I was distracted all the time. On September 7, 2003, I told Matt that I had to tell her all that was happening. I could no longer live the lie. That night, we each told our wives the truth in our own homes. She was devastated to the point that I was concerned about her and the baby. I called my mom without providing any information and asked her to come over for support. When my mom arrived, I looked at her with my wife sitting between us and told her 3 things. I had had an affair, it was with another man, and I was gay. Barely pausing before speaking, my mom said, "And I still love you." Those words confirmed what I had always known. My mom would always love me no matter what, and me being gay was a non-event for her. I was the one who forced myself into the boxes of society the first 28.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm just it. As you were saying, what I've always known, my mom will love me, and me being gay is no non-event. I just created a scenario in my head, and imagine an African child sitting the mom down to tell the mom, "Oh, mom, by the way, I cheated on my pregnant wife. I cheated on my wife with another man, and I'm gay." No, I'm painting that picture in my head, but I know that it can never happen. Nah. Mm-mm. People who will see that again in our country, if you look at them, most of them they don't really have parents like that. Most of them maybe they don't really have. Uh, nah. No. Oh, this is white people situationship. White men palava. Hey God, oh you people, hey, nah.
Years of my life. I am the one who had set unrealistic and unfair expectations for myself. She was there to support me and made it clear. Those 5 words imparted courage, comfort, and support for me to forge my path forward as an openly gay man beginning on September 7, 2003. To this day, those words hold incredible meaning to me. Those words have mattered more than any other in my life, as they showed me that despite all I had been through, all I had suppressed, all the mistakes I had made along the way, my mom was still steadfast by my side. I have often thought about how I would have responded had she spoken different words that night. I feel that my confidence would have been shaken and that I would have been more hesitant in my path forward without knowing that I had her steadfast love and support. But that didn't happen. Instead, I moved forward, some days more confidently than others, but I still moved forward. Those words and so many others spoken by my mom have made me who I am today. Now, more than ever, I can see with gratitude the resilience that I have developed firsthand throughout my life and just how possible it truly is to find the good in every bad drink. I met her at one.
Hmm. Guys, in all this his OD sharing about himself, say all I went through, all I'm hearing is me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I. What about the woman that you dated for 6 years before marrying, and the marriage has lasted for a while? She's even pregnant, and in her head she must be thinking that, oh, I'm finally doing what, we're family, finally a family of three. Our life is gonna change. She must have even planned in her head the way she's gonna do and all that. And to think that people in the comment that say, oh, you are brave. Nobody, they're not talking about the wife. Really. The devil has really gotten into us to the extent that anybody can. Imagine a man openly sharing how he cheated on his wife with another man. People are applauding him. That is where the world has gotten into. Things that before that you can't even think about it or talk more of imagine it or living it out. Those are things that are now people are now applauded for. And you tell me that the devil is not playing on people. No matter what you tell me, this is the devil's handwork. I don't care how you come and say, well, of course, God still loves him. That's the beautiful thing about God. No matter what you do, God will still love you. God will still love you, and He will love you till you change. Ah, hmm. My heart goes out to the wife. Like, my heart goes out to that woman. But I know that she's a white woman, even though she likes it or not, she will not want to openly say, I don't accept this. She will still accept it and tell him, oh, congrats, because she doesn't want people to talk down on her. That's one thing about white people I don't like. When you don't accept what they're accepting, they will not gang up on you. You must accept what they are pushing on you, but they will not accept your own. Hey, my heart goes out to the woman and many other women in this situation. Because now that this man is sharing this, but you see them coming out, oh, you've given me strength to come out. Guys, wow. The story is much, oh. The story is much. In fact, I think we'll go down this rabbit hole. But this is not for you to encourage anybody to go and start doing this kind of lifestyle. Jesus loves you. That's all I'll tell you. You are not born that way. And I'll keep saying it. Nobody is born that way. See you guys.